Hi guys, Dave D with XP Team USA. Today, I'll be talking about tones and tone breaks, when to use them, where to use them, and why to use them. So join me on this episode of Express Metal Detecting with Dave D. The XP Deus gives you plenty of options when it comes to tones. 2 tones, 3 tones, 4, 5 tones, pitch, and full tones. Each stock program has a default on the amount of tones and the pitch of these tones. But that doesn't mean you have to stick to the default setup. Now these are known as expert settings. So if you're new to the Deus, I would suggest sticking with the defaults until you better understand your machine. Alright, let's get started. Let's check out some of the tone defaults on the stock programs. Right now we're in basic. Let's hit the menu button, top middle, and you'll see basic discrimination is set up at 10. If you hit the expert button, top left, you'll see it is a 3-tone setup. Hit the expert button again, and you will see the 3-tone threshold setup. 202, 518, and 644. The number 9 program is called Hot. Let's hit the menu button, and you can see discrimination is set up at minus 6.4. We'll hit the expert, and you can see the default here in tones is called full tones. Now full tones is a multi-tone range between 120 and 993. It's a sliding scale, if you must, between targets of different composition. Now here, the tone breaks cannot be altered. The 4th stock program is called Pitch. Let's hit the menu button, and you'll see discrimination is set up at 6.1. We'll hit the expert button, and you can see the pitch is set at 632 in hertz. That is the frequency pitch. And to change this, all you need to do is hit the plus or minus button. Let's just going to raise this pitch up to maybe more of a medium tone. Let's stop here. Let's set the pitch at 603. Now what does this mean? Well, all your iron targets will sound like iron, but everything else non-ferrous is going to have the 603 pitch, which basically means everything else is going to sound the same. Now here's an example. Okay, let's check out a few targets. This is a large cent. See, that's coming in at 95 VDI. Here's a Barber silver quarter. Sounds exactly the same. Only thing that changed is the VDI number of 93, which is typical on silver. Here's a smaller Barber silver dime. Sounds exactly the same. A gold men's wedding band. Exactly the same. VDI down to 74. And here's a V nickel. Typical VDI number. Now, why and where would you use the pitch program or pitch as a tone on one of your favorite programs? Now, pitch is usually used on iron-infested fields. This helps with the separation between the iron and the non-ferrous targets. Sites like Roman sites or old homesteads. Now, I would not suggest using pitch on trashy sites such as parks, schools, or residential areas. Okay, this is program number 6, which is called Deep. Let's hit the menu button, and you can see discrimination is set at 5.5. We'll hit the expert button, and it's a 2-tone default setup. Hit the expert button again, and you can see the tones are 202 and 710. So anything after the 5.5 discrimination is going to have a medium to high tone. Now, what's the difference between the deep program and the pitch program? Well, some of the differences are the changes in discrimination, frequency, and reactivity. I've been talking a bit about tones and tone breaks and pitches, but how do you make those changes? Well, let me show you. Right now we're in the first program here on the Deus, which is basic. Let's hit the menu button and let's hit the expert mode then, and you can see it is a 3-tone setup. But let's say you want to make a little bit of a change and you want to make it a 4-tone setup. Well, let's just scroll down to 4 tones. We'll hit the expert button and you can see the setup right there. The tones are 202, 518, 644, and 725 with the variance of breaks. All right, say you want to make a few changes. Well, the first thing you can change is the pitches itself. To do that, you need to scroll down to the pitch you want to change. Let's just say 202, 518, 644 is good, but you know what? I'm going to make the 725 just a little bit higher. So I will scroll down by hitting the middle top button to that pitch. Now you'll see I'm on 725. Now if I hit the plus or minus button, that'll make that change. So I'm going to hit the plus button. I'm going to bump that up to, let's say, 891. All right. Now once you scroll through all the different pitches, the next time you hit that middle top button, it's going to let you make the tone breaks. So let me do that for you right now. And you can see my first break is at 10. Okay, I like that. But my second break, I want to make that a change. So I'll hit the middle top button again. And it looks like that tone break is between 10 and 76. I want to lower that. I'm going to hit the minus button and bring that black bar. And I want to keep it at around 54. Okay, now if I want to change the third tone, which I do, I will just hit the top middle button. That'll scroll it down. And you'll see that tone break is between 54 and 83. Okay, I'm going to bring that down a little bit too. So I'm going to hit the minus button. You can see that black bar scroll down. And I want to bring that down to about 71. All right, and then we go down to the last tone. And obviously that's not going to change. 71 to 99 is going to be that. And it bumps right back up. You see the black triangle arrow is now on 202. And it just starts all over again. So if you notice, to change the tone pitches, you hit the top middle button as it scrolls through. Once it gets to the bottom and you hit it again, the next time you scroll through, you're able to change your tone breaks. And that's it. Pretty easy, right? Now, if you're making changes to your tones or your tone breaks, you might want to save them in an empty program slot so you don't lose them. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below or email me at xpteamusadave@gmail.com. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, guys.